Today I want to talk about ERD diagrams in BigQuery. It's the very first day I'm using BigQuery. I'm starting to learn about it, and I managed to write my first query from a public dataset that I found in the Google Cloud BigQuery Marketplace. And to write this query, which is giving me the amount of e-commerce orders that are in progress by country, I had to research quite a bit on the information schema. So I had to go back and forward to see the names of the tables, and I had to see the names of the columns. Yeah, it took me quite a little bit, and these are the main 4, 5, 6 queries that I required to do research, so I was able to get to where I wanted to get. I think because I'm a bit of a visual learner, and I would benefit much from having an ERD diagram. I couldn't find a feature in this GUI that allow me to generate an ERD diagram, and I searched on forums, and it doesn't seem like BigQuery has this feature, but I thought I need to find out how to create an ERD, because I'm gonna struggle otherwise. You know, that's how I often write my SQL. I look at the ERD diagrams. I generate my ERD diagrams, and I use them as a map to access the database. So I discovered that there is this website, QuickDBD, and I can here create an ERD diagram. But of course, I'm not going to type everything. I'm going to, I discovered I can export the metadata from BigQuery and just paste it in here to create the database. So let's see how can I do that. So so far I did some of them. So I did the users, I did order items, I did orders and products. So let's say in order items, see, there is one inventory item ID. So this means that there is a table called inventory items, probably. So we're gonna try to bring it into the diagram. And the first thing is, let's confirm our assumption that that table exists. So inventory items. So we're gonna take this table name, and we're gonna put it in this query that is going to give us the data, like the columns. So initially I wrote this first one, but this first one gives me a lot of other data that I don't need. So I just need the data type and the column name to be able to upload it into that website. So I get this, then I go to save results, and I copy them to the clipboard. I come back here, and I paste it there, but now I need to correct the name of the table. So inventory items, and I put a hyphen. Then I go into edit and tabify, and that's it. Now I have it here. All I need to do is to resolve the relationship. So to do this, I can drag it from here into the ID. This is one option. Or otherwise, I can write it manually myself here. So yeah, I think it's worth it because this is not a very large database, and also even I don't know, depends, even if it was a large database, maybe a subset of tables that are required to work with. Now I can reason easier when I see this to create queries. So from this table we have done all the relationships, and now from this table there is a product ID. Okay, so there is a connection between this table and the products. So I'm gonna connect this to this one. And is there any other ID? Okay, so there is a product distribution center. So let's go into here and find if there is a product distribution centers table. Okay, there are distribution centers, so this is how it's called, and we are going to take them on a query, and I'm going to copy them to a clipboard. I'm going to go back and distribution centers. I'm going to remove the column name and data type, edit and tabify, and now I have the distribution centers, and I'm going to connect to the ID. So see, this ERD is now taking shape, and I can now reason easier about. So the query that I did earlier, this one, involved the users and the order items. So the users and the order items. So I needed to do a join. So I needed to know the foreign key, how it was described. So I was going back and forward, but now I have the ERD, I can easily understand the database. So that's it. That's how you can create an ERD diagram out of a BigQuery dataset. I don't know if there is an easier way. Let me know in the comments if you know. But for now, this is what I'm doing in my beginner learning experience of BigQuery.